what ended up being Cheylin's start to a really, really special run for them that year, going on all the way to the state championship. Both of these teams, though, look really different. Both sides had a lot of senior leadership, had a lot of upperclassmen playing there, so both coaches here having to go into the bag, find a little bit more new faces on the roster to start with in the first place, and then with all those injuries like you were talking about, we might see them really get a little crafty and try to get some touches for some players that are kind of building into this offense a little bit more for each team, get a little confidence for them. But even though this is a six-man football game, this is one of those games where these two teams come together. You expect it to be one of those games where people set the tone from the beginning, go out there, try to play a little bit of smash-mouth football, go put a hat on a hat, you know. So I want to hear some pads popping up here even in the booth.
Yeah. You know, this might be your first six-man game you've ever watched. There's a few different rules that we'll try and tell you as we go here so that you don't feel like you're lost. But what it is, football is football, Aim. You've got to tackle when in open space, and you got to get the ball to playmakers on offense. That's pretty much –
even more so in the game of six-man football, I would say.
These two teams are probably going to put up a lot of points. Looks like Cheylin won the toss, and they deferred. They will kick to the Northern Valley Huskies, which will go south to north, right to left on your viewer screen here. Owen Hammond, Gavin Thalheim, and Caden Lowry, the senior captains, of course, the captains here tonight. As the Valley is on the helmet there. Can you see that? You might. I know we were struggling to zoom in there, and I'll try and zoom in. It's a new decal on the Northern Valley helmet right there. I kind of like it. I don't know who our graphics guy is, but look at the pinstripe over the top with that green. It's a good look here. Of course, they're green tops with the black bottoms here for their home game, and the Stormtrooper whites with new unis over there for the Cheylin Cougars. Always a wonderful look with that dark blue plastered on their numbers and Cheylin script across the face of their jerseys.
But like you said earlier, though, maybe this is your first time watching one of these six-man football games. I'm guessing not if you're a fan of either of these two teams. But if so, there is a couple of things that are different. The onside kick, you got to really look alive at the beginning right there. And like you said, open field tackling, crucial for every single person out there. You really can't get away from being exposed on an island at some point during the game if you're on the field. So you got to be able to step up and make those plays.
Kicking right here is McPherson. He's going to do it all. This one goes to Hansen, fielded at the 28-yard line, puts his head down, carries it for 7 on the return. Northern Valley's first possession to start on the 36-yard line.
36-yard line.
Another new piece when you drop to six-man football is they got to go 15 yards for that first down.
It is something that's a little bit different, and one of the ambiances there is your quarterback must have a clear pitch or handoff before the ball can advance over the line of scrimmage. Now they're just going to toss it back to Gavin Thalheim in the backfield, wrapped up by 3 or 4 Cougars to dropping for a 2-yard loss on the play. Looked like they were just trying to go power to the right.
Yeah, Cheylin really sniffed that one out. I mean, I think maybe all of us knew that Gavin Thalheim had a really high chance to get that ball, trying to set the tone here early. He's the big bruiser for this Northern Valley squad. But Cheylin doing a really nice job going, gang tackling him, because if you go one-on-one, he's a hard guy to take down. But if you can get that whole squad there and go zoom into that ball, it's really tough for anybody to get out of that many tackles.
Hansen under center will go second down, pitches out. Now an action of a option action between Thalheim and Hammond will go for yet another loss, but our first piece of laundry on the field.
Yeah, Northern Valley finds himself going the wrong way here, and it's going to be a holding call there on that backside guard, just caught with his hands outside the shoulder pads there, wrapping him up.
It'll be interesting to see. He might decline it here and just go third down and 17, but we'll see if they're going to back him up here or not.
I think I would take the yardage.
They are going to decline it. 3rd and 17 now with 2 consecutive lost plays. They're going to switch up a little bit of defense, run into a 4-man line, and then 2 linebackers or 1 linebacker and a safety, as Northern Valley's going to stay in the tight formation here with Hansen under center. Hammond flanked to his left, Thalheim, Gavin behind him. They'll flip it back. Now Gavin trying to survey the crowd, looking for Hammond. He's caught it, and he's wrapped up by number 4. Andrew Wright makes the tackle as it was just solo action between the two of them. It'll bring up 4th and short, but at least it's manageable here for the Huskies.
Nice little play right there. It showed a lot of patience with that. Kind of letting the defense wash to the far side, our side over here. And then Owen Hammond kind of left all alone right there. Get RPO option as much as you possibly can in that 6-man game. And it picks up a nice chunk of yardage, but they're still stuck with 4th and 6. So we'll see what they can do here to pick it up.
4th and 4, staring at Northern Valley. Do they do a little bit of reverse action to stop this stunt? Because they look like they're bringing it. They'll bring 4 right away. Screen pass out to Hammond. Good block on the outside edge. He'll get the first down, and that's all the block on Griffin McKinney. Sealed the edge there, gave Hammond the right to gain another 12 yards.
Yeah, really nice job. Griffin McKinney is the reason that play worked. I mean, good throw and catch by all means, but that play gets blown up in the backfield if he's not sealing that block.
McKinney is their center right now, and in a 6-man game, the center is eligible to catch passes or throw passes for that matter. Anything, it kind of goes here on the 6-man side. Now they're going to go strong side, left side with Keith and Lowry on that side. Pitch back and a mesh point there for Gavin. It takes 4 Cougars to drag him to the ground, but he's going to gain 6. Gavin Thalheim, I've been telling everybody when they've been asking about Husky football, I say, well, we have Gavin Thalheim, Derrick Henry. It takes multiple guys to bring him down.
Yeah, which sounds like really high praise, and someone that doesn't know or hasn't watched might be like, come on, Clint.
Well, it is.
But, no, it is true. If you watch the Titans and now the Ravens, it's just give the ball to number 5 and see how many guys it can take to take him down a lot of times. And they go back to that old Derrick Henry sneak right there.
And 4 guys to take him down. Well, there's only 6 on the defensive side to stop him, and he's got it for another 6-yard gain. Looks like we got 4 yards to go here on 3rd down to get in a fresh set of downs here. The Huskies that are driving here on their first possession here in this first quarter. Hansen once again under center. He'll flip directly to Thalheim. Now they'll give to Hammond on the outside. Can he make the corner? And he does.
Got a penalty back here, though, in the backfield. More than likely, probably going to be another holding call, and it is. And this one, I do not expect them to decline.
I think they'll have to march him backwards. We'll see who they get on that play. But I like it was kind of a spread jet sweep kind of action as they got that mesh point there in the backfield where Hammond and Thalheim decide the keep and the give.
That short side option where you got the loaded side towards us, but they run to that short side over there. It would have worked for a decent yard pickup right there, but marching back, now they're looking at a 3rd and long instead of a 3rd and short.
3rd and short, or even a first down maybe on that one, turns into a 3rd and 17. See if they open up the passing game here again, but this is definitely 2-down territory. Even though Thalheim does have heck of a foot on him, he's going to float it up, and it's going to be picked off. Here comes Andrew Mitchell down the sideline. Thalheim's going to have to drive him out of bounds at the 28-yard line, but just like that, the momentum switches as they were trying to set up a screen pass to Hammond, was intercepted by Mitchell.
Yeah, a lot of pressure coming there from Thalheim, and the potential receiver where he was trying to get that ball to, like you said, just didn't get his head around, didn't even know that the pass was right there, but the Cougar defense did. And a really nice return after the pick there, too, flipping the field.
So now they'll go on the offensive set, starting on their own 28-yard line. Under center, number 10, Landon Hendricks. The sophomore is 140 pounds, going to hand it off to McPherson right up the middle. Hansen got him once, then Thalheim brought him down. Short, manageable gain on that play.
McPherson, the lone senior out there starting for the Cheylin Cougars. I expect him to get a lot of touches here in this game.
That would be a stat that should do. We should have kept track of how many times that Gavin Thalheim ran the ball for the Huskies and Harley McPherson. McPherson carries it for Cheylin. His head coach, David Blocker, said that he was going to be the man there. Now they're going to have a quick hitter right up the middle. Is going to be dropped down by Thalheim after a gain of 4.
Yeah,
great penetration, though, on that one.
Griffin McKinney timed the count perfectly there. Got into the backfield, had the quarterback before he had the ball handed off, but they sneak away from that one before he can drag him down for what would have been a really, really nice play for this Northern Valley defense.
3rd and 8 to go here on the 22-yard line. Straight set. And now we've got flags on the field. And a preliminary signal is false start on the Cougars. Both teams kind of catching this bug here of needing to do some laundry, cleaning that up.
Yeah, you can kind of feel the weight of the game, like I said. Both of these teams coming into this game, a little bit different records than we've talked about in the past. Cheylin 1-2, Northern Valley still looking for that first victory.
Well, they got the one on the forfeit, so they're
1-2, both 1-2. So both these teams, though, know that this game right here, playing inside the league, playing probably inside the district, it's a big deal, and so you can kind of feel that early on here on this homecoming night.
A 9-yard gain on that play, maybe a little more, maybe 12. I had my yard lines switched up there. It's going to set down 4th down and short, maybe 4 yards to go here, as Northern Valley could use a stop and get the ball back and stop this momentum as the Cougars are trying to punch it in here in this first quarter.
We'll see if Cougars might go past, see if they can get a little bit of over penetration from that Northern Valley defense, but they're just going to hand it to Harley.
Nowhere to go. Hansen off the side, Caden Lowry up the middle. He was sandwiched and couldn't even get his feet started.
Really nice job by the Husky D right there, smothering the play. Kind of maybe premeditated what that play was going to be, thought it was going to be that dive to the senior, and it was a really good guess on their part. They're leaning on their senior leadership, but it does not get it done for the Cougars. We have another turnover.
Good defensive stand from the defensive line of the Huskies there. Griffin McKinney will stand over that ball, get ready to snap it back to Hansen. And he does a quick pitch to Gavin Thalheim around the left side. He's going to lower his shoulder and be out of bounds just after the 26-yard line. Good gain of 7 there on 1st down.
Both these teams right now really trying to establish the run. Northern Valley did have a couple of pitch and catches there on that drive before they did have that turnover. So, but I think this game might come down to who can catch the secondary napping and get a couple chunk plays, because you can definitely win a game, just this little bit at a time. But at some point, both of these coaches are going to look to take a shot.
So you're saying that 6-man's usually not a ball control time, eat the time?
I don't think you're going to see a lot of Big Ten 6-man football, no.
No Iowa offenses here. Here's Gavin Thalheim with a couple lead blocks and ran through. Another one's going to end up just 1 yard short after a gain of 6 to 7. One more time. We'll lead 3rd and 1 to go for the Huskies. All the way up to the 34-yard line. Less than a yard to go here on this one. Even it's so close, I wouldn't be surprised if Coach Giphart says, let's measure it. It's close. Here it is, 3rd down. They're going to still stay in this power formation to the left side. Snap and the toss back to Hammond. Now the mesh point for Owen. Will he get to the edge? And I
think he got stopped short there.
He does.
Yep. That's one of those plays where you just want to kind of see Owen put his foot in the ground and just start to take off. And you know you're going to get tackled, but he's trying to stretch that field, rely on his speed, but a really nice angle there by the Cougars defense. Stops him short, and they're exactly where they were, but down another down there. So 4th and short instead of 3rd and short. But, yeah, you really want to see him just put his foot in the ground and just kind of hit it right there.
8-man, 11-man, this is a quarterback sneak all day, but you cannot do that in 6-man. They're going to blitz this time. They're going to get to Thalheim in the backfield. Now he's got to pitch it back to Hammond, trying to create something on 4th down, and nothing happens because the Cougar defense stood strong and made a big blitz. They sent 5 players at the quarterback off of that snap and made a big play. Turnover on downs, back to the Cougars in Northern Valley territory. Our first barnyard set's coming out here as we're going to split 3 wide here to the right.
Trips.
Cepeda and Pokup and right here below us. Now they'll pitch back. Quarterback is going to be hit in the backfield, but he sheds the first one, but he's not going to get away from Griffin McKinney. And that ball is down right there. Griffin pulls pulls down his first sack of the night.
That was a really good job there by the two defenders, Griffin McKinney and Caden Lowry, putting the pressure on the quarterback right there. There were some spots to go right over the flat right there in the middle if he would have had time to throw that ball, but no time, smothered by the two Husky defenders.
So we'll see it again. They're going to go wide both directions this time. On the far side, they'll send Pokup. Closest to us here is Cepeda. 3 people in the backfield. They'll snap it back. Quarterback is going to be looking here as Hendricks. Lets it off into the flat for number 30. Good head of steam and a tackle on that outside edge by Northern Valley. Zane Brown, the freshman, stepped up in a big position, made that tackle off of that weak side. 3rd down, 6.5 yards to go here for the Cougars. Continuing the spread. Now this time they got McPherson in the backfield. Harley is the deep eye. And now the ball is loose on a bad snap. Hansen's there. He's going to have a 20-yard sack. Great play by Hansen. Not sure he was called on a blitz, but as soon as he saw that ball going, he took off for it and made a big play.
Yeah, just a miscue on the snap right there from the Cougars, but a really nice heads-up play there by Hansen, who was probably playing more contain and playing that flat. But when he saw that ball go over both of the offensive players' heads, he turned on the burners and he took off. 4th down. 25 yards to go, and they're going to punt that football. Those blue sneakers are going to boot it all the way into the end zone. A 41-yard punt with a net of 21 yards. Northern Valley will take over on downs there. Will give us a break, and shout out to some of them sponsors here. Make it possible here at Open Spaces Sports.
Wesco Commodities in Norton is serving cattle feeders across the entire tri-state region in Kansas, Nebraska, and in Colorado, specializing all of your bulk cattle feed from distiller grains to soybean meal and everything in between. Contact the guys at Wesco Commodities, Gene Carter, Mitch Bimes, Rowdy Harmon at 785-877-5959. That's Wesco Commodities in Norton, Kansas.
Back at the action. Thalheim's going to break one tackle, going to break 2. Now he's still on his feet, dragging Cougars all the way for an 8-yard gain. Maybe a 10-yard gain.
Just a really nice job by him, being patient with the ball right there, shedding some weak arm tackles, and just kept rumbling and kept going and going.
Just feels like it's a moment of time before he breaks free of all of them and is running down the sideline. I have never called a football game in the 6-man at a 0-0 tie after the first quarter. We've only got a minute left to go here in this first quarter, and it might be the first time ever. Sweep to Thalheim. Goes around 2 blocks. He's got a first down and carrying more. Carrying Cougars for another 11-yard gain. Taking 3 or 4 Cougars to bring him down after 1 or 2 miss.
Yeah, really nice job by him, just staying strong. And the best thing about him when he gets in those situations is he has great ball security. You know, he's got 2/3 to that entire defense on his back. Everyone's going to be ripping at that ball, and the only way that it works is if he holds onto that thing with a Loctite grip.
So what they've been doing here lately is just kind of been going that strong side sweep action and or that option action. I wonder if we're going to see a throwback here, and this might be a perfect time to do it.
Mm-hmm. They had one throwback there to that RPO style, and here's another one where the screen just not on the same page with that, and they're lucky that didn't go the other way. 4-6.
McPherson had his hands on it. 2 Huskies got tied up. Griffin McKinney and Hansen, their feet got tied up, and both of them went to the ground, and that ball was right there for Harley, but he couldn't seal the deal. That would have been an easy walk-in touchdown for him.
I think it kind of surprised him.
2nd and 15. Pitch back to Gavin. Surveying the field. Now go into the middle of the field to Caden Lowry. The pass is completed. Now they're ripping at that football, but a gain of 7 yards and cut it down to 3rd and manageable. The guard, Caden Lowry, with the reception. Gavin had a lot of trust in everybody out there on the field. Nobody was guarding him, so he just hit him.
Yeah, you got to find that pocket. Nice job by Caden just sitting there, being patient with it, feeling that there was nobody around him and had a chance to pick up a nice chunk of yardage. There you go, Clint.
End of the first quarter, which means the raffle will land on the 36-yard line, but we'll give it a break, and we'll be back with more action here in the Valley from Open Spaces Sports.
All American Glass is there to serve their customers wherever they are. At All American Glass, they feature NGA certified master technicians to handle your insurance claims or emergency repairs. All American Glass will repair first and replace when necessary. Call All American Glass in Long Island, Kansas at 785-854-7625 or toll free at 866-312-2257.
All Creatures Vet Clinic is located in Almena, Kansas, and they serve the fine folks of Phillips County and Norton County, and in and around the Almena and Northern Valley area, and of course Long Island as well, and even into southern Nebraska. All Creatures Vet Clinic is open Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. until 5 p.m., and you can reach them by calling 785-669-2227. Small animal care, large animal care, it's all available at All Creatures Vet Clinic, supporting the Northern Valley Huskies athletically and academically.
Financial investments are very important, but so are the investments of time, patience, and encouragement our young athletes receive from their coaches, teachers, and mentors. Angela Thalheim, your Phillipsburg Edward Jones financial advisor, understands this, and that's why Angela Thalheim is a proud sponsor of the Northern Valley Huskies and all of their athletics and academics. For all of your investment needs, call 785-543-2667 or visit edwardjones.com. Edward Jones, member SIPC.
Back into action here is the second quarter and a 0-0 defensive juggernaut of a six-man game. Northern Valley to tee it off 3rd and 7 here. They'll pitch back to Thalheim. Good block on the outside by Hammond, but another flag on the field. Again, looks like preliminary signal is going to be holding.
Yeah, that good block that you initially called out right there. Apparently Stripes over there saw something different.
I don't know who he's calling it on. Griffin McKinney's kind of acting like they might be calling it on him. It looked like Hammond just had a pancake block on the outside edge. But instead of
they called it on Hammond.
4th and short, they're going to go 3rd and 19.
We'll bring up about 3rd and 19 for the Huskies. They'll have it from the 32.
Defense has been the name of the game here so far. 4-man defensive line for the Cougars. The linebacker is McPherson. Reverse to Hammond. He's going to try and get to the corner. And now the ball is loose on the ground. And then luckily Hammond gets back to it. It looked like he was looking for a pitch man who wasn't there.
Yeah, I'm not sure if it was even designed to be a pitch man. I think he was trying to ad-lib that one a little bit when he had no space there. But, again, that's one of those plays. We kind of talked about it. You want to see him put his foot in the ground and really take off. He's got some speed. He's a sprinter and he's a hurdler. So it's not like he's going to win all of the 100-meter dash races, but he's got the speed to hit that edge.
Hit the corner,
and to really expose a defense right there. But you got to commit to it.
So Northern Valley forced into a long 4th down look. Looks like they might go into a punt formation, but no, they're going to go Hansen under center. Deep is Thalheim. They'll pitch it to him. Now kind of a rugby-style kick. It's going to be up, and it's going to – it almost hit a Cougar, but now it will find its way out of bounds, and the Cougars will take over on the 33-yard line. Looks like the officials are saying that they think it hit a Northern Valley player on the way down on first touch.
Don't think so.
I wasn't for sure on that either, but that's got to be where they're putting it because the ball was downed at the 34-yard line. Not that 4 yards makes that much difference in a six-man game, especially with these two defenses. Most of the time they have negative net yardage so far on their drives.
Yeah, so far that has been the case.
Big man Dawson Gibbler over center, 230 pounds there, seals the edge. You get the ball to McPherson.
Nice.
Reverses field, cut down by Thalheim, grabbed him around the leg, stopped him after a gain of 1.
The initial look right there looked like Harley McPherson was going to get something big, as he kind of was really nice there shifting through that initial block, but then kind of the door slammed in his face.
They're back in the huddle getting ready to do it. You know, as a defender, I always said the more time they took in a huddle, it was a play that they had not run before or were not comfortable running. So maybe some trickery here. And they're going to pass to the flat. That ball is going to be released and at the feet because McKinney is into the quarterback one more time. He's got a quarterback sack, and that one will go in the book as a quarterback hurry, and that goes incomplete. 3rd down and 14.
Your intuition there seemed right. You know, it kind of went a little bit of the original script there, going with a play action type pass.
And now a late substitution will go trips to the high side. There's 3 of them over there and only 2 Northern Valley, but a bad snap is going to lead for another opportunity for Northern Valley. The ball is kicked, and now could be scoop and score, and it is Caden Lowry with a scoop and score touchdown.
In the way this game was going, we should have just known that it was going to be a defensive touchdown, not an offensive one that was going to get the scoring started in this game. It would be interesting to know who kicked that ball initially. I don't think it was intentional by any means, but
Caden Lowry, Johnny on the spot. McKinney was right there. I think it went off of his foot and right towards the goal line as he brought it down. Oh, my goodness, wrong button again. I've got the wrong buttons everywhere. There, how about that? We're going to line up for the 2-point, extra point, field goal attempt. Gavin to kick it away. Now there's fire. Now they're going to have to try and get one. He'll flip it up to the end zone. Misses Hansen as it goes deflected by a Cougars. Northern Valley leads 6-0 on the defensive score. We'll be back with more here at Open Spaces Sports.
Hey, you were right.
You were right.
You were right.
You were right. Because we're all planting Brevant seeds next year.
Been hearing that a lot lately.
When you choose Brevant seeds, you don't just win, you get to be right.
CHS of Northwest Kansas is located in multiple communities. And at CHS, the first priority is to help you, the farmer owners, and customers grow. And that means providing quality products. The latest in innovation, first-class customer service is a priority. As agriculture and the communities evolve, they're committed to staying at the forefront of the industry. Locally, they employ knowledgeable and professional staff to assist you with your agricultural home and business needs. All available at CHS, creating connections to empower agriculture.
So Northern Valley capitalizes on a defensive score as we were talking about nothing but defense the entire first quarter. We shouldn't be surprised.
No, we shouldn't be at all on a broken out play there. Cheylin really trying to spread things out. They found themselves with a 3rd and long, and so we're trying to spread it out because they needed to get a different look because obviously what's going on offense wasn't working. But had to switch over who was at the center there a little bit too, and that ultimately ended up being what cost them that. Great pressure there by McKinney and a good job by Caden Lowry to scoop that up and go in.
Yeah, McKinney's 3rd quarterback pressure of the game. He's got 1 sack in those 2 pressures there. And head coach Marvin Giphart talked about one thing at the pep rally because we had homecoming, we had all the floats come down, we had the cheerleaders, we had the little girl cheerleaders. It was great. But the one thing he said at the bonfire on Wednesday night is he wants his boys to play nasty. That was the word he used over and over and over again because he knew that they needed to be tough in the trenches here tonight if they were going to knock off the defending state champion Cougars. And the defensive line has come to play nasty here tonight.
Nasty.
Pew did not give me the nasty song to go with it, but it was a good time. Always is homecoming here in the Valley. Large crowd. We'll try and span the crowd here a little bit, but this The whole grandstand is mostly full. Of course, we'll have all of your homecoming festivities at halftime. To kick it away, Gavin Thalheim, the junior, and he's got a big leg. Hammers that ball all the way into the back of the end zone for a touchback. Such a game changer when you got a leg like that.
Yeah, it's really true. He must have had some frustration still pent up that he didn't get a kick that extra point, so he had to try to hit it through the uprights there on the kickoff.
We'll see what Cheylin draws up here and try to get a score in here. There's 7:53 remaining here in this first half. They're going to go trips on the high side.
Back to the well that just found them in that defensive touchdown, but a good job by them not being afraid to go back to it, looking far side.
They've got a wide open receiver, and this is poke up down the sideline. Hansen somehow, some way stops him.
You know, we talked about it a little bit. Which one of these teams was going to get that big chunk yardage play? That's about the first one we've seen this game.
That was a nice pitch and catch. It was the first time Northern Valley didn't get pressure on the quarterback. Griffin McKinney comes off on the defensive line. Now the trips come to our side. Poke up Ruiz in the middle. Here comes Hendricks trying to get around Hansen. Now he floats it into the middle. Caught here, and he's looking for daylight. It's Andrew Mitchell, and he's going to go all the way for a first down. A 16-yard gain for the sophomore.
Nice job by McPherson there, avoiding the pressure. And then finding his open man in the middle of the field, the center, Andrew Mitchell.
Looks like Northern Valley's going with a zone look on the defensive side, trying to go against that pass. They might have to, if they can't get pressure on the quarterback, they might have to pick up man-to-man because it's just a little too much time. And on this drive, Harley is picking them apart. They'll snap it back here to right. Yeah, and he'll hand it off to Harley one more time. He'll dance around now. He's going to float it up into the middle. That ball is going to be just off the fingertips and incomplete as Zane Brown right there to break up that pass. It was intended for Pablo Ruiz.
Yeah, I had to kind of put a little bit of a sidearm on that one to get around the defender. Just a chip block there from the person who took the snap, handed it off to McPherson, causing just enough space that he could get the ball off, but not quite as much time as he had on those last two completions.
Trips to the high side this time. Wright awaits it. He's got it. Now hand it off one more time. The ball's going to be floated up there, and Hammond thought about going after it, and that ball is over everyone's head and out of bounds. It'll be 3rd down and goal for the Cougars, and we've got a timeout by the Cougars. We'll take it with them and join us back here at Open Spaces Sports in 60 seconds.
At Equity Bank, they mean more. More solutions for your finances and more bankers standing by, whether that's in our lobbies or in the drive-thrus. They're at the Equity Bank. They're proud members of the community, big supporters of high school athletics. They shoot straight, and you score when it comes to no ATM fees nationwide. And don't forget to ask about Equity Bank Insurance, which offers an array of insurance products from home, auto, farm, business, and crop insurance. Why not stop by at Almena or Norton's locations and visit them online at equitybank.com to let them show you why equity means more.
You appreciate it when people listen to you. You like it when they understand. We understand, and we think we have something you're going to like. My name is Brandy Archer. I'm part of the First National Bank and Trust family in Phillipsburg, Logan, Long Island, Smith County Bank and Smith Center, and Solomon Valley Bank in Beloit, member FDIC. You work hard around home, around your family, at your job, and you deserve some perks. Benefits like shopping and travel discounts, protection on your cell phone, roadside assistance. Perks. Today, go to agbank.bank, take a look at the brand new Perk checking account and all the special benefits perfect for someone like you. Reduce risk, save money, get your own Perk checking account. Know that today and every day, First National Bank and Trust is here for you.
As they get ready, 3rd and 9, goal coming. McPherson going to go around the right side. He's got daylight. He's going to try and get around Thalheim. Knocks him out of bounds at the 4-yard line. It's going to be 4th down and goal here for the Cougars.
I really like the idea. We were kind of just talking about it off mic that we thought McPherson probably could have done that the last couple of times as well and had a chance to get in there. and have a couple more chances at it. But they got to be aggressive here. They got to take this shot. Down 6. The way this game is going, you don't find yourself knocking on the goal line of the defense.
They're going to send 3 at him this time. It's going to be a quick hitter, and it's incomplete through Pablo's hands and incomplete. Taking over on downs is Northern Valley, but that ball was there.
Yeah, that ball was there, just a little bit behind him, but it was still on his hands. Unfortunate for the Cheylin Cougars, but the way their defense is playing too, I wouldn't be feeling too sure about yourself if you were Northern Valley's offense right now with your backs up against the wall. You don't see a lot of safeties in.
I think you make a great point. Northern Valley has gone backwards on a lot of occasions here on their offensive set. If I'm here, I'm blitzing here.
Yeah, you do. You got to get pressure up the middle, because what Northern Valley is going to do is they're just going to hand the ball off and try to punch it through as far as they can with their big bruiser, which is exactly what they do. He gets about 3 or 4 yards to try to get a little bit more daylight between him and that end zone. This is your chance. You got to be aggressive. You can't leave it in the tank right now.
The Cougars continue to dig and dig and dig at that football as Gavin's going down, because it's taken 2 or 3 guys to bring him down, and one guy feels like he's always tugging on his arm.
Yeah.
Turnovers are such an important deal in a game like this. Of course, only led to the scoop and score touchdown for Northern Valley to put them up 6-0. That's all we've seen for points so far is on defensive plays such as that. Back, this could go ways. Oh, my goodness. Oh, now a flag in the backfield is going to negate a pretty play. I thought that was going to go for a lot more than it actually did. And we're going to have either a hold, but
yeah, they called a hold.
A hold?
I was watching the ball carrier, not the blocks, but maybe somebody grabbed a little bit too much jersey.
The 3rd holding call tonight so far on the Huskies will set them back to half the distance to the goal.
And every one of those holding calls brought back a really nice play.
I thought that one had potential to go even further because the majority of the defense had gone with Hammond. First time Huskies are going to go spread here. They're going to go Zane Brown to the top and Maverick Rogers to the bottom. Gavin going to tuck and go now this time. Goes around one block. McKinney's got another block. He's got a first down and carried that ball all the way to the 27-yard line.
Looks like they're going to say he stepped out at the 22, but nonetheless, still a good pickup.
Runs it up to about the 22-yard line. Ladies and gentlemen, that's good for Northern Valley Huskies.
Maybe the first down of the night there for the Huskies.
Yeah, we haven't heard that chant very often up here in the Crow's Nest. They're on their first drive. They got going a little bit before that interception.
Yeah, they did.
But since then, it's kind of been tough sledding for both of these offenses to get something going.
This time Hammond in a slot. Now he's going to rotate back into formation. Mesh coming, then a big block on the outside. Thalheim's going to have to get it himself. Now the ball's free on the ground, and it's going to be still fought for. Now somehow Thalheim comes up with it.
I think he might be lucky there because it looked like
you cannot control the football with your knees. It's not really legal. That ball was still alive.
Yeah.
With my headset on, I couldn't hear whether they blew that ball dead or not.
Gain of about 5 on the play.
I guess the thing I'm seeing when Northern Valley gets out in those outside runs, I just really want to see a lot more speed and aggression and kind of shifting gears and hitting that. I understand being a patient runner, but there's a time where you gotta shift and just turn on the burners.
Now Hammond's going to turn the corner on his edge, and driven out of bounds by Mitchell is a good play for only a gain of 4. It's going to bring up 4th down and 7.
Yeah, good scramble by Hammond there, but Mitchell does a nice job sealing off that edge because Hammond looked like he was going to sneak through and try to get even a lot more. So we got a 3rd and medium coming. We'll see what the Huskies do here. They've had a couple of pass looks, but have not used them to pass the ball yet.
We're going to pull off the guys that have been running wides. Brown and Rogers come to the sideline, bring in the beef, Caden Lowry and Aiden Keith, to see if they can smash mouth this 3rd down into a 1st down. 4:59 here to go. I don't know what we're waiting on here. Is we have a timeout here by Coach Giphart. Okay, timeout by Coach Giphart will give us a break. You are watching Open Spaces Sports.
so they can boost yields and build a better ag enterprise. Contact your local Pathway Ag today and see how they can serve your agriculture needs.
You know, no matter where you are in western Kansas or even eastern Colorado, when it comes to your Zematic center pivot irrigation system, contact Western Kansas Ag in Sharon Springs, Kansas. You know, for over 50 years, Lindsay has been a global leader in irrigation and infrastructure. And with that comes the Zematic center pivot irrigation system, leading the way. And you can contact Judd McCurdy and his staff, and they'll take care of your irrigation system, whether it's sales, parts, or service. That's Western Kansas Ag, located in Sharon Springs, Kansas.
Big spot for Northern Valley as they call the timeout here with just one tick under 5 minutes to go here in this first half. Northern Valley staring at a 3rd and 7 in their territory. They're going to put Hammond in what I call a little slot just off the center. Hopefully he's just going to run a nice pattern. He's a good athlete trying to do that. He's going to run a little pick play. Nobody's in front of Thalheim.
Yeah,
he can get this first down with ease, and now he's going across the field. Stiff arm one man. Now he's going to take on the next one, head down, and a 25-yard gain on the play is going to be good for a first down for Gavin Thalheim.
Yeah, there was nothing but green grass in front of him there. You called it.
That's going to be enough yardage for a Northern Valley Huskies.
His best run of the evening.
And it's that same action. It's just letting the quarterback in this scenario, which is the back man, just taking time and beating the rushers. The rushers have to do a better job of containing him and not letting him get outside. They've changed up their defensive front. Now they're going to rush 2. Here's Owen Hammond. He's going to stick his leg in the ground and put upfield. Makes one man miss, dives forward, and he's going to be awful close to another first down.
I do like this idea, though, Northern Valley switching it up and spreading it out, giving your athletes a little bit more space to do something in the open field and challenging the Cheylin Cougars, putting them on that island we were talking about before the game started. And then you can't allow them to just get so many hats on the ball right away, because when you just are running it right up the middle, they're getting 4 guys to the ball. They're flying right to it after just a 2-yard gain.
So he must have stepped out. Looks like he's got 2 yards to go here to get a first down, but second down and 2 on the 10-yard line of the Cougars. Snap back to Hansen. Quickly flipped it to Thalheim. Now he's pressured. Flip it up with his hand, and it's going to be incomplete as he was looking for Hammond and or a comeback route for Maverick Rogers.
Yeah, lucky that ball probably didn't get picked off as it was just floating, trying to get it away from the sack, because the initial block, they brought Hammond back there kind of as a double blocker action, but nice job by the Cougars there breaking through the block and keeping that pressure alive, which made that play just go dead immediately.
Well, they switched up their rushers. They brought in Delano and the other freshman next to him, Pablo Ruiz. They were rushing the quarterback on those 2 series. Now they just hand it off to Gavin right up the middle, trying to get that first down. And looks like he's got enough to make it. Can we see a signal by a line judge? Can we see a signal? They're going to mark him short.
No. First down.
Okay, there's the first down call. I was going to say, nobody had made the signal that says first down, but he got it. And now they sit this ball at the 7-yard line. Northern Valley trying to punch it in here with 3:20 left to go as this second quarter clock continues to tick away.
Yeah, and these possessions that you get in the red zone are crucial right now because they are tough to come by the way that this game has been going.
Hammond going to take it. No, this is Thalheim around the outside edge. Problem is nobody forgot to block for him, but he's still dragging people. Turns a negative into a 0 net yardage gain or loss.
Looks like he gained maybe a yard right there. Had to put in the work for that yard.
Trying to get some defensive or some slowing down that defensive line. Both the defensive lines on this team have been very impactful. The six-man game's a lot about space, but when everybody gets tight, it's still about blocking. You got to get in somebody's way.
Yeah, you really, especially when you get down here and the field gets short, it's really important to get those blocks sealed up as they kind of let that one go right there. And again, no time to get the pass off. You know, they had a little bit of a chip block there from Hansen, and then he kind of rolled out into the flat, but couldn't get that ball off to him with the low pass because he had two defenders up in his face.
It was right there. That's a good play as Hansen, like you said, that chip block, then he released and he was wide open and nobody was with him. He was going to have to put his head down to score, but I'd have given him a good opportunity to think that he could have punched it in there. Third down, 6 yards to go here for pay dirt for Northern Valley. Mitchell, the lone safety, back for the Cougars. Everybody up on the line. They're going to try and do not let Thalheim get to the outside, and he did not get to the outside. Blow it dead!
They're going to say that he was down finally.
Blowing it dead, saves that one as Thalheim tried to flip it up.
Bad idea from Thalheim, though. He's lucky that that was blown dead.
So fourth down, and now it's going to be 4th and goal from the 13-yard line. I wouldn't be surprised if we're going to give Gavin an opportunity to kick it, because in the six-man game, a field goal right now puts 4 points up on the board. They can take a double-digit lead if he can punch it through. And we know he's got the leg. It's just whether he's got the accuracy right now. 1:36 and counting left in this first half.
Yeah, and the last look that they had at a PAT, the blocking broke down, and they had to kind of call, like you said, fire. This one, no good. Didn't get the hold.
As Coach Gephardt was on the field trying to beckon for a timeout, he was not granted. The field goal was no good. Cheylin will take over on downs with 1:22 left to go here in this first half.
Again, quick reminder, if you're a part of the homecoming processional, please meet to the north side of the grandstands. Kindergartners as well.
So Cheylin with a chance.
This defensive game is still there. They're going to go one high, one low. Pablo on the far side, and poke up down here closest to us.
Keep a couple more blockers in right here to see if they can give McPherson some more time to get this ball off, take a shot down the field.
He's going to get away from the first Northern Valley defender and the second. Now Thalheim will get him by the ankles and knock him down after a 7-yard gain. A lot of coming off of that sideline saying, get on the ball, get on the ball. They're going to go quick, and they do. Back to McPherson. Now he's smothered in there. Thalheim missed the tackle. What a play by the shifty little man. Holy cow. Right. Andrew Wright, the sophomore.
And he still
gets through the other two defenders. Touchdown, Cougars. Woo-woo. That was some quick and nifty moves there by the little man.
Andrew Wright hasn't had a lot of opportunities with the ball in his hand in this game, and right there had the fresh legs. But look at this on the sideline right there, going between the two Husky defenders. They did not break down the way that they should have. Should have had that ball out of bounds at the 15, but instead they're 6 on the scoreboard for the Cheylin Cougars. And just like that, we said they had a chance with a little bit of time left, tying this thing up with a chance to take the lead going into halftime.
Andrew Wright, just 125 pounds, but quick, and they dot the I with him in the backfield this time. See if they're going to run a little bit, and a timeout here is being called by the Cougars. We'll take it with them. You're watching Open Spaces Sports. We'll be back after these messages.
There's a new precision planting dealer right here in Long Island, Kansas. Hi, my name is Zach Vincent with Flying V Agri Services, and I am now offering precision planting products as a part of my portfolio of agricultural services. It can be tough knowing where to start when getting ready to upgrade your equipment, but here at Flying V Ag, we have got the plan for you. Schedule a free equipment evaluation, get a custom upgrade plan, and then receive ongoing training and consultation as we get you ready to rock and roll for next growing season. Give me a call today at 785-854-8107, and let's upgrade that equipment that's already sitting in your shed.
When it comes to personal service and minor tune-ups, tire repairs, and more, you can depend on Home Oil Company of Almena. Whether it's filling up your car or pickup, or fuel delivery, or an oil change, you can trust the friendly people at the Home Oil Company. Home Oil Company of Almena supports the Northern Valley Huskies in academics and athletics.
43 ticks remaining here before halftime. We're all knotted at 6.
We'll see if the green defense can lock it down here and keep it tied at 6. Cheylin with the shift in momentum after that big play from the catch and score by Andrew Wright. McPherson has it.
On a direct snap now, he's going to get a crossing pattern to Mitchell, and nobody tracked him across the formation. 2 more points for Cheylin. They'll take the 8. Oh, just one more, right?
Yeah.
Just one more. The 7-6 lead here right as we approach halftime. Give us an opportunity to make one more break before kickoff. We'll be back with more here at Open Spaces.
When it comes to home improvement and carpet installation in and around the Norton County and Phillips County areas, you want to depend on Casey's Home Improvement in Almena, Kansas. At Casey's Home Improvement, they also provide country carpet and tile, and they feature carpet, tile, laminate, and planking with free estimates, and they're, of course, locally owned by Corey Sear. Casey's Home Improvement will take care of all your remodeling needs as well. Casey's Home Improvement, located in Almena, Kansas. Call them at 785-202-0565.
Long Island Ready Mix has what you're looking for in your concrete needs. With fast delivery with a consistent product, Long Island Ready Mix can turn your concrete dreams into a reality with high-quality cement.
Mittens Travel Center is much more than a convenience store. At Mittens Travel, you can count on them for a quick snack or a quick drink, or maybe get a sandwich from the Subway inside. Maybe you need to take a break from your travels and sit down for a meal at the IHOP restaurant. You can also stop in at the Sonic drive-thru next door. Mittens Travel Center also features high-quality fuel to keep your car or truck on the road. You don't have to come to Mittens to get their high-quality fuel. You can let them bring it to you. Whether it's on the job or on the farm, Mittens Travel Center can deliver gas, diesel, DEF, wherever you are. The next time you're traveling down Interstate 70, make it a one-stop shop at Mittens Travel Center in Oakley, Kansas.
Back with Open Spaces Sports. I'm Clint Cox and the same Baird here beside me as the Cougars take the 1-point lead on the conversion. And they will kick to Northern Valley. Back deep is Griffin McKinney, who had a kick return touchdown last week to do the kicking here for the Cougars.
Dangerous man to get the ball to.
McPherson. If they kick it deep, it's going to be a mistake. And now they're going to kick it short. And now it's going to be an illegal touch. Nobody threw the flag. You got to. What?
So what are we? Our options are we can
have him re-kick it or move it back. But if you don't throw a flag, I guess you just get told that's where it goes. Okay, here it is. Northern Valley will take over on the 47-yard line.
Which is one of the options, I think.
And now a timeout being called by the Cougars. We'll get everybody settled here and be back into football here in about 60 seconds.
Chance McKinney with Northwest Kansas Cattle Company is bringing a taste of the Far East right here to the Midwest. They're a family-run operation located in Almena, Kansas that specializes in Wagyu. Whether you want jerky for a snack or a steak for supper, or maybe you just want to fill your freezer full, they are here to serve you. From pasture to plate, they'll help you all the way. Call 785-650-3679. That's Chance McKinney of Northwest Kansas Cattle Company.
If you haven't gotten the opportunity to stop by the Hut in Long Island, well, you are missing out. Providing an opportunity for the kids to work and also have some of the best food you can come by in the summer. You do only have a limited time to stop by as they are only open during the summer break for the schools. Fresh sandwiches, wraps, pizzas, salads, and any of the sides you can think of with lunch specials as well. Also, why not top off the meal with some ice cream? Supporting the Northern Valley Huskies academically, athletically, and any way else is the Hut in Long Island.
They'll pitch back to Thalheim. He's going to go around the right edge, and now he's going to tuck and try and get through a defender. Tracked down from the backside by Pablo Ruiz after a gain of 8 yards on the play. It'll bring up second down with the ball out of bounds. The clock will stop. Oh, it wasn't out of bounds. They called him inbounds.
No, They said they were stopping the clock.
Now it looks like they might be trying to put some more time on it. Looks
Clock
like
stopped either way.
36 seconds on the time. Going to go back on it. As Northern Valley will get it now. Second down.
Especially
and
this,
7 to go.
Especially being this close to halftime, I think that you take your look downfield. You see if your receivers win their battle. But then if it's not there, you just got to really take off.
Now a forward pass to Owen Hammond. He's going to try and stiff arm get to the edge. He'll pick up a few positive yards and a gain of 4, bring up third down and short. Northern Valley's got a timeout, and they will take it with 24 ticks remaining to stop this clock here on third down.
They've had a really tough time finding receivers downfield here in this first half, but you got to find something a little bit more. This is where you can go and take that chance to get that chunk play.
Well, they have not pressed the football down the field. You're correct. The only times that they've completed or really attempted a pass is more off of that chip blocks and or they found Caden Lowry in the middle.
Yep. But even finding Caden Lowry in the middle right now would be
first down.
A little bit more. Yeah, it'd be a first down. He can turn and he could go. You could reset when those chains move, and you can just try to be quick right here. You know, Marvin, Coach Gebhardt is probably telling them right now, it's like we got to be quick when we pick up this first down. Have your 2 plays in mind and keep it simple right now. But you're just trying to if they don't win on the outside, Gavin or Owen, whoever has that ball in their hands, needs to make that read fast. And if it's not there, hightail it up the field and see if they can get some green grass because it's been there.
They're going to rush Thalheim. See if he can get around Pablo. Back and forth he goes. Now he's got to flip up to Hansen. Will he get the first down? It's going to be awful close. It'll be on the spot. And they might have to stop the clock for a measurement because it is that close.
I don't think he picked it up. I think he's a yard short right here.
How did they? Now they'll run the clock. It's either got to be a first down or you're going to measure it. We're trying to decide whether it's a first down or not.
Well, where they put the ball, initially it was not, but then after talking with one another.
Now we'll start the clock as they reset the chains with just a few ticks to go. This could be their last play. And now a timeout by Coach Gebhardt. Is not happy with his team trying to make something happen here before halftime. With 5 seconds to go, he burns his last time out, which smartly happened because they got to get it in there. Or do you say,
yeah, I don't think
Gavin, you want to kick it from here?
Well, I don't think you have time to use that timeout, even if you do have another play going off. So it was wise to use the timeout. I probably would have used it anyway to talk about a play. Kind of just make sure that you're all on the same page, even though the defense has the opportunity to do that as well. You really want to try to take your best shot to the end zone right here, 22 yards away. This is going to be the last play before halftime.
They did add some time to the clock. It's 7 seconds. And it does not look like they're going to line up for a field goal. Looks like they're going to throw it back to Maybe they are. Maybe they are. They are going to give Gavin a shot with that big right leg of his. See if they can get a snap and a protection down.
This is where your blockers really have to come to play right here. You got to chip that edge, and they do.
And that one is blocked by McPherson. That ball is loose on the field. Going to be tracked down and covered by a Cougar. But with 4 seconds remaining, they'll turn it over on the kick. So it'll be a 1st and 10 here for the Cheylin Cougars on the 26-yard line.
Only took them one play last time to go all the way down the field and score.
It's change of possession. The clock stops. And now they're going to run out the last 2 seconds of the clock and call it halftime. I'm sorry. I must not know the rules. All right, so we'll be back with more of your halftime entertainment. Because we do have entertainment, because it is homecoming here in the Valley. We'll make sure and broadcast that for everybody as we go forward. We'll be back as soon as they get lined up for homecoming. Thanks for joining us at Open Spaces Sports.
Wesco Commodities in Norton is serving cattle feeders across the entire tri-state region in Kansas, Nebraska, and in Colorado, specializing all of your bulk cattle feed from distiller grains to soybean meal and everything in between. Contact the guys at Wesco Commodities, Gene Carter, Mitch Bimes, Rowdy Harmon at 785-877-5959. That's Wesco Commodities in Norton, Kansas.
All American Glass is there to serve their customers wherever they are. At All American Glass, they feature NGA certified master technicians to handle your insurance claims or emergency repairs. All American Glass will repair first and replace when necessary. Call All American Glass in Long Island, Kansas at 785-854-7625 or toll free at 866-312-2257.
Like I said, we'll be back here as homecoming. Oh, we can listen to Doc Graff a little bit later, but we have royalty on the field. Here at Northern Valley, we do the homecoming presentation. Winners in the middle of the game. Last year's winners are staring down below us, too. People that call Manhattan home these days. Austin Cox and Kenton Thalheim, your king and queen from last year, as they will give away their royalty to this year. Looks like on the ladies' side, we have Landry Giphart up, as well as Haley Hansen, the two senior ladies, and the two senior boys, Robert Vistecca and Caden Lowry. Who you got your money on, huh? Not going to take that one? Don't touch that one with a 10-foot pole. That's all right.
I was actually sitting here thinking that both of the coaches have to come out and escort the daughters.
Oh, that's right.
So I don't know who's giving the halftime pep speech.
Maybe it's Tate. Where's Tate Thalheim? Is he going to run? Is he going to run halftime here for Northern Valley? Thank you, very much so. The kindergarten class, as always, will line the 35-yard line here and present the alley for the royalty here tonight. 57 years Northern Valley has been in combination between Long Island and Alameda. I'm going to let the PA announcer carry it. You don't listen. See if we can turn it up.
Hayden Bach, son of Caleb and Chelsea Bach. Harrison Compton, daughter of Kenny and Tiffany Compton. Remington Giphart, son of Garth and Clara Giphart. May Lentz, daughter of Jay and Beth Lentz. Thomas Patterson, son of Clayson and Haley Patterson. Ramses Quintero, son of Ramses and Margarita Quintero. Kaylee Vandergrift, daughter of Cody and Kenzie Vandergrift. Freshmen's attendants are Andrea Merez and Tate Thalheim. Andrea is the daughter of Roberto and Rihanna Alvarez. Tonight, Andrea is being escorted by her father, Roberto. Tate is the son of Austin and Angela Thalheim. Tonight he is being escorted by his mom, Angela. Sophomore attendants are J.C. Giphart and Connor David. J.C. is the daughter of Marvin and Jill Giphart. Tonight, J.C. is being escorted by her father, Marvin, and Connor is the son of Preston and Katrina David. Tonight, he is being escorted by his mom, Katrina. Junior attendants are Brooke Preston and Maverick Rogers. Brooke is the daughter of Jerry Preston. Tonight, Brooke is being escorted by Christopher Rogers. Maverick is the son of Christopher Rogers and Neva Rogers. He is being escorted tonight by his mother, Neva. At this time, Northern Valley's 2023 Queen, Austin Cox, and King, Caden Thalheim, will make their way to the center of the field. Assisting the royalty this year are Ivy Ingram, daughter of Mindy DeYoung and Kyle Ingram, Eliza Knipp, daughter of Travis and Hannah Nykamp. Helping with the cape are Josiah Cochran, son of Chris and Abby Cochran, and Stetson Gebhardt, son of Garth and Clara Gebhardt. And now the moment we've been waiting for. The 2024 homecoming princess is Landry Gebhardt. Landry is the daughter of Marvin and Jill Gebhardt. Tonight, her father Marvin is escorting her. Throughout high school, Landry has been involved in volleyball, track, cheer, dance, K, National Honor Society, and FFA. The 2024 homecoming prince is Robert Vistecca. Robert is the son of Chuck Vistecca and Lori Vistecca. Tonight, his mom Lori is escorting him. In high school, Robert has participated in golf and working at New Age. The 2024 homecoming queen is Haley Hansen. Haley is the daughter of Josh and Lacey Hansen. Tonight is to be escorted by her father, Josh. In high school, Haley has participated in volleyball, track, dance, cheer, studio dance, and National Honor Society. The 2024 homecoming king is Caden Lowry. Caden is the son of Calvin and Emily Lowry. Tonight he is being escorted by his mom, Emily. In high school, Caden has participated in football, basketball, track, FFA, student council, Scholars Bowl, forensics, 4-H, and TFC. We ask that the fans please let the yearbook staff get their pictures first before you go onto the field to take your photos. Congratulations to all the attendants and the 2024 royalty. Thank you to all the family, friends, and visitors for attending tonight's ceremony. This concludes our homecoming coronation ceremony.
Thank you. And there is homecoming royalty here in the Valley. One more time, 57 years they've been doing this here at USD 212. 4 minutes left on the clock, but they might add some more time for the teams because of what's going on here. So we'll run some video ads, and then we'll bring you right back for your second half action. Thanks for watching us here at Open Spaces Sports.
Hi, welcome to Equity Bank. How can I help you today?
Is this a recording?
I assure you, this is not a recording. This is our new video teller machine. It's the convenience of an ATM with the comfort of a live teller. So tell me, what can I do for you today?
New at select Equity Banks, interactive drive-up video teller machines. Visit equitybank.com to find a location near you.
For you, the rural lifestyle is the life you were meant to live. The land isn't just made for working, but for experiences too, generation after generation. Farm Credit of Western Kansas is mission-driven, owned by the producers we serve. We help customers manage risk, grow their success, and achieve goals. We strive to not just be another agricultural lender, but its most valued, and will continue to do so, just as we have for more than 100 years.
Northern Valley is a 1A Division II school district that serves students in both Norton County and Phillips County, with a current preschool through 12th grade enrollment of 152 students. Almena High School's purpose is to graduate students with successful oriented attitudes and the skills necessary to succeed in society and be long life learners. Almena Elementary will create an effective teaching and learning environment that will encourage all students to reach their maximum potential in academic and social experiences. We will strive to enable each student to become a productive and responsible citizen involved in a lifetime of successful learning. Long Island Middle School seeks to expose students to a wide variety of educational experiences, to delve into broad ranges of activities, including academics, athletics, music, drama, and scholastic endeavors beyond classroom, and to refine social behaviors and attitudes acceptable for living with people in a worldwide society. We have a strong tradition of academic excellence and accomplished athletic programs. Our small class size allows for more one-on-one interaction with our students. Northern Valley's community are strong supporters of the school and extracurricular activities. From the Valley, this is Trista Smith saying, "Go Big Green!"
You know, no matter where you are in western Kansas or even eastern Colorado, when it comes to your Zematic center pivot irrigation system, contact Western Kansas Ag in Sharon Springs, Kansas. You know, for over 50 years, Lindsay has been a global leader in irrigation and infrastructure. And with that comes the Zematic center pivot irrigation system, leading the way. And you can contact Judd McCurdy and his staff, and they'll take care of your irrigation system, whether it's sales, parts, or service. That's Western Kansas Ag, located in Sharon Springs, Kansas.
At New Age.
3 minutes left to go here before the start of the second half, and I guess I was way wrong when I said at the beginning of the broadcast, we're going to have a lot of points here tonight.
Yeah, kind of
points are premium, man.
Yeah.
6
We were kind
to
of joking,
7.
saying that, you know, you don't usually see these Big Ten-esque type scores in six-man football, but both these teams doing their best Hawkeyes versus Badgers impression here in this one. It's all defense and big plays coming on that side of the ball mostly, and the special teams coming up with a block there at the end for the Cheylin Cougars. Northern Valley has the kicker that has the leg in Gavin Thalheim that they could have taken the lead again if they didn't come off that edge and do that. But
just couldn't seal
alas.
On the outside. The rush was strong from the outside. Lucky that they didn't pick that ball up and scramble it in for 6. But
yeah, both of these teams, though, kind of changed things up a little bit and went a little bit more spread, trying to get the ball in the hand of their athletes a little bit more with space for them to decide, make that defender beat you in a one-on-one situation instead of it being 4 going to the same guy, going to the ball. I think the thing at the end of that half, though, is you could see the exhaustion start to kick in after the kind of the grinding first quarter. So coming out with some fresh legs, we'll see what these teams implement change-wise, because we started to see them get a little bit of the wheels rolling there when they open things up.
An interesting part of the six-man game is, you know, the reason why they're playing six-man is because they still don't. What I was trying to get at was the six-man game. Yeah, there's not enough players to play 8-man or 11-man, but the same 6 to 8 guys are on the field and trying to sprint around everywhere. These players are absolutely gassed by the time this is over.
Yeah. Yeah, it's you kind of got to be an Iron Man to do it if you're going to be a really good six-man player, because you're going to be required to run side to side on this field for 4 full quarters on both sides of the ball, both offense and defense. So, like you said, the legs are maybe feeling a little heavy there, looking a little heavy. So it was a good break, I think, for both squads. But we'll come out and see if they want to start firing on all cylinders again.
We've had some people text in that maybe their broadcast isn't coming in near as clear as they should. I invite you to refresh your computers if you can hear and don't have the video. Look at it. I pulled it up on my phone, and all is good on my side. So keep them coming. If you have trouble, we understand it. You can always get on the app now at Open Spaces Sports. Download that onto your smart TV. Make things a little easier for you. Second half is going to begin like this. Cheylin deferred the toss when they won the toss to start the game. So they'll send McPherson deep. Harley has kind of been contained here so far tonight, but a big play on a kickoff return could ignite this Cougar offense.
Yeah, sometimes it just takes that one play. And if Northern Valley doesn't come out in that right headspace on this first initial kick, then they could really make it a big impact here to start this third quarter.
Gavin Thalheim will do the kicking. He's planted the first 2 deep in the end zone. This one's going to go sailing over the top of McPherson's head one more time, and a touchback. Bring it out to the 15-yard line, and they'll start their first possession of the second half there with the Cougars.
You know, you talked about it a little bit there in that first half, but it is a something that we probably take for granted watching Northern Valley football a lot is that leg that Gavin can get those touchbacks, because you do see a lot of return kicks with less guys out there in those one-on-one tackling situations.
Well, I thought we were going to see a brand new formation as they sent 4 players to this.
Thought we were going to see a bunch over there?
To this strong side here. Now they're going to bring back and position Hendricks next to McPherson. The snap will go to Hendricks, and he'll hand off. Now he was going to try and advance that ball up the field.
McPherson showing off the wheels right here. Goes out of bounds at about the 27. But nice job by him turning on the burners there, turning outfield. And that was a little bit more of that decision-making on a more of a hurry right there and using that space in front of him.
Taking a play out of the Northern Valley playbook as they're just running that quarterback right there. The trips are going to go to the far side once again. Northern Valley's only marking it with 2 players. It's getting a zone formation across the middle. That ball is going to be behind Pablo and fall incomplete as Hansen was trying to progress up there. He's got to fire right up there if he's going to get there, because Pablo catches that ball, he's going to go across the sideline and be gone.
Yeah, you can't wait for him to go and get it and then meet him after that. You got to try to get to that ball, drive on that ball. But like you said, Northern Valley with only 2 players over there, that's something that maybe Cheylin needs to take note of. Coach Blochlinger over there. And what they've done every time when they get into that trips, they try to send someone over the middle. And so Northern Valley is saying, hey, we're not going to try to take it away until you make us take it away.
3rd and short. Here comes McPherson. He'll flip it up, and an incomplete pass in and out of the hands from Andrew Wright. Wishes he had that one back. Northern Valley, I swear, they might want to step into the man-to-man because open receivers are everywhere right now.
Yeah, the thing that is beating Cheylin on this drive is themselves. As if Wright could have wrangled that ball in, he would have been talking about another house call right there.
They'll switch it up. Hansen goes to the defensive line. Maverick goes to the deep safety. They're going to bring a little more pressure. Now they're going to send Gavin after him. Can he get to the line? He's going to get there for a first down.
Really just wasn't ever going to look for that ball to leave his hand. He was just trying to pick up the yard, and it's a good call right there. Just put the ball in the hand of your senior and tell him to go get that yardage.
Harley with a 3-yard gain and a first down here for the Cougars. Now they go one high, one low. Cepeda closest to us. And Northern Valley looks to be bringing the blitz on this one. And they're going to try and get after him quick. Hammond had a hand on him but couldn't bring him down. Huge hit by Griffin McKinney. Smacks him to the ground.
Yeah, big contact right there. That Northern Valley thought they saw something, and they get into that formation. They were ready for a screen, so they were kind of going all-out blitz right there. Thought maybe it was going to break down and there was going to be a really big run, all things considered, if a Cheylin Cougar could have got to the outside, but alas, Griffin McKinney with a grown man play.
6'2", 183-pound freshman bringing the wood there. He needs to keep that energy up here on a 2nd down and 14. Now the pass is going to be into the flat for Mitchell, and once again another drop. That's 3 in a row for the Cougars. Cannot catch a football right now.
Yeah, those are tough breaks and things that you really, really need, especially in a 1-point game. You have the lead right now, but you cannot afford to just be dropping the ball like that. And these people dropping the ball, like they have space after the catch. They could get yards after that. But I think they're maybe thinking about turning and running before they're really watching that ball in.
Poke up, Ruiz. Over here to the right. Now Gavin's going to come to the line of scrimmage. Going to try and get to Connor. And now Hansen's got him wrapped up in a wonderful way. How did he get out of that one? He's going to go down the left-hand sideline. He's got one man to beat, and he will beat him. Hansen's going to try and track him to the end zone. And touchdown, Cougars. What a heck of a scramble there. We'll hit the replay button as that was extra fancy.
Yeah, really found another gear right there, too. Broke out of that sideline, had one man to beat, sidesteps him, and just nothing but pay dirt. Huge play right there from the Cougars.
They'll line up to try and run for the PAT. Going to try and get the one-pointer here.
And that's one of those plays right there that has you pulling your hair out as a defender, too, because you feel like you've got that that quarterback dead in the water, and when he got out, nobody was in position to contain because 3 guys came bearing down on him. So when he slipped out of there, it was nothing but green grass in front of him for quite a long time. They do not pick up that extra point, so it's 13-6. Cougars taking the 1-score lead.
Almena, Kansas, and they serve the fine folks of Phillips County and Norton County, and in and around the Almena and Northern Valley area, and of course Long Island as well, and even into southern Nebraska. All Creatures Vet Clinic is open Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. until 5 p.m., and you can reach them by calling 785-669-2227. Small animal care, large animal care, it's all available at All Creatures Vet Clinic, supporting the Northern Valley Huskies athletically and academically.
Financial investments are very important, but so are the investments of time, patience, and encouragement our young athletes receive from their coaches, teachers, and mentors. Angela Thalheim, your Phillipsburg Edward Jones financial advisor, understands this, and that's why Angela Thalheim is a proud sponsor of the Northern Valley Huskies and all of their athletics and academics. For all of your investment needs, call 785-543-2667 or visit edwardjones.com. Edward Jones, member SIPC.
13-6, Cheylin takes the lead here in the Valley.
Builds on that 1-point lead with another really great play by Harley McPherson.
Hansen sidesteps that one's going to advance it for 3 yards. Northern Valley will take over at the 36-yard line.
Northern Valley needs to find something to get things going on the offensive side. Their only points coming in this game was on a defensive score. So still looking for that offensive touchdown for a team that in past seasons has been pretty prolific in scoring, but the Cheylin defense causing fits, putting the vice grips on them here in this game.
Now quickly, they try to go to a quick handoff, and nobody blocked. Number 3 came flying in there. Pablo Ruiz, the freshman, 160-pounder, just wrapped up around Gavin's legs before he could even get going.
Yeah, and I kind of like the idea of keeping it spaced out like we saw them do at that second quarter right there, and what we just saw work really well for the Cheylin Cougars. Let Gavin go back there, get that first maybe initial read, maybe second read, but allow him to have more space in a one-on-one because it's really hard to beat 4 guys in the box. When you're stacking the box in a 6-man game, there should be a way to find that green grass.
Trying to find Caden Lowry along the outside. Northern Valley actually had 4 open receivers there. Hammond trying to throw across his body. The defensive discipline by the Cougars was not real great there. It could have been a big play.
Could have been. Just it wasn't on the same page. Thrower and to the receiver. Northern Valley finds themselves 3rd and 14. You got to think about this as 2-down territory right here. You don't need all 15 yards right now, but you do need to get yourself in a good position to get a good look at it if you don't pick it up this time.
Maverick Rogers to the high side, Zane Brown to the near side. Pitch back to Hammond. He's looking to run now as he's going to tuck it and try to get around the outside edge. Shoved out of bounds after a gain of 6 yards. 4th down and 6 to go. Northern Valley's got to get creative. We'll see if a little misdirection. We saw it one time so far.
And it worked really well. Kind of that run pass option. Hammond kind of in that split back look. Maybe it'll work right here. Gavin in that wing set here in the middle, working almost as a tight end.
Owen's going to tuck and run and trying to get to the line. He will get a first down here for Northern Valley. That was the design the whole time as they just flipped it back to him. Everybody locked up on a man, made good strong blocks, and a 7-yard gain and a first down for Northern Valley.
And Hammond did a nice job there showing urgency, and it was because it was the design play. He knew he was going to run that thing, and he found some space, did a nice job getting a good angle there, knowing where the stick was on that far side and making sure he was past it before he went out of bounds.
You've been talking about it all game, the decisionness to whether either be a runner or be a passer. You just got to make that decision to go aim, and that was exactly what made that last play successful.
Maybe go back to the well.
Hansen's going to roll back, and wide open is Griffin McKinney. Daylight in front of him, tracked down, jumped on his back, brought him down, was Andrew Wright. Otherwise, McKinney's wide open for a touchdown. That's the first pass that we've seen so far tonight where Northern Valley's solo look was pass, pass, pass.
Yeah, it's almost like the six-man version of a tight end slip right there. He just blocked and he slid up, but it was a play action where everybody was looking for the handoff there to Gavin Thalheim, and it was Hansen's first pass of the game. Nice job there, picking up good yardage.
Now quickly up the middle, they'll give it to Hammond on a trap play, if there is such a thing in a six-man game. Going to be for a 3-yard game, maybe a 4-yard game. They stop the clock, and are they going to give a first down? They're going to give a first down. First down and goal for Northern Valley.
The second half of this drive for the Huskies has been really nice. They're starting to gain some momentum. They're starting to kind of go into their bag a little bit more, not be so one-dimensional, and they're keeping this Cougars defense, which has done a really nice job putting the clamps on this Huskies offense, back on their heels a little bit. But with the field shortening, we'll see what they do here. And they could
a loss of 11 yards, now maybe 10, as the all-out blitz was there by Cheylin. Shirley had to find somebody open downfield, but Thalheim did not have much time to make a decision. As quickly they'll get back to the line.
I like the idea of using Griffin McKinney again here. I think they're kind of forgetting about him before that last
Here comes
play.
Owen on a run.
Owen steps up. He's going to do a quarterback draw.
Wide open, and he couldn't find Maverick Rogers. There was nobody standing anywhere next to number 10. And that pass was just a lot of mustard on that one and way over his head.
Yeah.
Maverick's not a tall man.
If he could have put it on the numbers, we would have been talking about him walking into the end zone. It was a nice design play, but you got to get a couple more people like that right there. Griffin McKinney, Maverick Rogers, get those guys involved because they're guys who can make a play, and everyone is eligible out here. So find where the defense is maybe sleeping, or if somebody is double teaming a Gavin Thalheim and Owen Hammond, that means there has to be a place where you can find that hole in the defense somewhere else.
They'll snap back to Hansen, quickly to Owen Hammond. Going around the right side, pitch to Hansen. Now he's trying to fight for yardage. McPherson with a great tackle is going to lead 4th and goal from the 19-yard line, maybe the 18. A big decision time for Coach Giphart, whether he's going to try yet another long field goal or try and get to the end zone.
I think that you have to try to go for it here. The kicking game hasn't really been working in this one. You've had 2 missed opportunities there, and you need the touchdown more than you need just the 4 points. Not that there's no time in the world, but
they'll flip it back to Hammond. He's going to miss one. Now he's going to flip it over to Gavin, but it throws over his head, and it's going to be a turnover on downs as Northern Valley struggles to get some cohesiveness in the offensive set. If you roll it back here as we did, we'll hit the replay. You can watch the Cougars defense just keeps going, but there is players that are open there. They're trying to find Gavin, couldn't make it connection.
Yeah, tough break for the Huskies, but you got to get your head up here and you got to turn around, and because like you said, a lot of guys playing both sides of the ball. You don't have time to sulk about missing out on that opportunity because you got to turn around and you got to stop this Cougars defense, which is starting to get a little bit, or offense, which is starting to get a little bit momentum.
Gavin going to take on the world back there, going to now drive this ball over to McPherson. Good hesitation, and now stepping out of bounds over there after a gain of 7 yards. McPherson, Harley will set up 2nd down and 7 to go. See if Northern Valley comes with a little more stunts. They were trying to go to contain with Griffin McKinney and Caden Lowry on that last series as they sent Gavin as their only rusher.
Which the idea was right, because they're going to try to run McPherson here, but you gotta have that contain come down and pinch him there in the middle.
Now they'll send 2 on the outside, Hammond, and that ball is batted down by Owen Hammond as that was released. It'll be an incomplete pass.
Good job by the state qualifying high jumper there, coming in, using that to his advantage.
3rd down. Substitution on defense. Lowry out. Maverick Rogers will check in at that deep safety position. Trips to the far side. Hendricks back there. We'll see if they quickly try to get that there. Now the ball's loose on the field.
On the ground.
And that's an incomplete forward pass, even though it's just 2 hands pushing it forward. Risky, risky, risky. One of those center quarterback exchange in that little pistol formation of the Cougars.
Yeah, that exchange has been kind of the biggest flaw in the Cougars game in this one. They've had 3 times now where on big plays, 3rd down plays, they haven't been able to get that shotgun snap. And it's what led to the 6 points for the Huskies. This time, though, they live and fight another time.
I'm punting this ball away. Northern Valley showed no ability to get any positive momentum on the offensive side. This punt will be good for 10, 20, 32 yards on the punt. And Northern Valley will take over at the 24-yard line. We'll be back with more here at Open Spaces Sports.
At Equity Bank, they mean more. More solutions for your finances and more bankers standing by, whether that's in our lobbies or in the drive-thrus. They're at the Equity Bank. They're proud members of the community, big supporters of high school athletics. They shoot straight, and you score when it comes to no ATM fees nationwide. And don't forget to ask about Equity Bank Insurance, which offers an array of insurance products from home, auto, farm, business, and crop insurance. Why not stop by at Almena or Norton's locations and visit them online at equitybank.com to let them show you why equity means more.
4 people up on the line of scrimmage as Hansen goes under center. Now a quick reverse. Now a double reverse to Maverick. They weren't anticipating that one, but McPherson comes down and gets it. There's a flag on the field. I don't know what that one is. I didn't see it. Did you see it, Aim?
Well, they're either going to probably try for a little extracurricular activity at the end or maybe a face mask, and it is going to be a face mask as they wrapped up pretty high on Mav going around the corner right there. So that's going to add 15 yards. Oh, no, it's just a 5-yard, but nonetheless.
5-yard, going to repeat first down on that one. Maverick, 5'8", kind of snuck around the outside in his 116-pound frame. They weren't ready for it.
No, they were not. Crowding the box right there. That's what we were saying. Reading out for the dive. And was able
and now
to
a pass is going to be there for Maverick one more time. It just goes through his hands. If I hit the replay button, which I'm going to, look at Owen Hammond scream down this seam right down the middle of the field. He's in the slot here closest to us. That ball, if it's laid up for Hammond, that's who needs to go get this one. As he's there, he's behind the defense, wide open there.
Took the lid off the secondary.
Maverick was also wide open there as well. Just make a connection here. 3rd down, 7 yards to go here for the Huskies. Gavin deep. Now they'll pitch it to him. Got to throw it quickly, put it up in the air. What a catch by Hammond. And a flag is on the field.
So it's going to be a pass interference, but to see who they're going to give it to, if it's going to be OPI or it's going to be defensive. Because it was kind of a jump ball, 2 people going up for it. Hammond, really nice catch right there, going around the defender to do it. It is a pass interference on the defense. So nice job by Owen, not going away from the contact, but going up into the defender that was in his face. Didn't try to make a play on the ball. Leads to good things.
I think you got to use Owen Hammond as a receiver. Like that last play. He can get up and get to a ball.
I think that's where he shines the most. They use him in a lot of different spots. He's kind of the Swiss Army knife of this Huskies team, where he'll pass the ball, run the ball, and catch it. But I think catching is kind of where he can be the difference maker the most. Here he does run it, gets caught in the backfield.
Strong motor that never stopped was McPherson, as he was blocked on the outside, kept his momentum going, kept circling all the way around, and he tracks down Hammond on the backside to knock him down for just a short gain. The 4-man line right now, the Huskies are having a big problem keeping those defensive linemen off of the backs.
What we're talking about, though, is getting Hammond out. Doesn't have to be a deep route. It can be a short to intermediate route and just get the ball in his hands like they do right here.
Pop pass to him, and he's still working for more yardage. He'll go all the way down to the 19-yard line. It'll lead just a little short. That's your RPO that you've been looking for, Aim.
Yeah, a little bit. Just slipped behind those defenders. Make them make a decision if they want to follow Owen or if they want to go up to Gavin, and there they try to go to the quarterback. He's able to dink it right over that defense's head. And it doesn't have to be, a world-breaking throw. It's yards after the catch is where they can shine.
Yak! Here it is, Hansen under center. Flip back to Gavin. He's going to run the football and put his head down and run through some defenders. He's still motoring his way to a first down here for Northern Valley as he's cracked all the way to about the 6-yard line, 7-yard line. They'll make the stop. It's 1st and goal, Northern Valley.
Last time they were in this position, though, they did go a long ways back and found themselves having to give the ball away. So here, you got to keep that forward momentum going. You don't need negative plays in the red zone.
2:25 and ticking away going here. Cheylin leading 13-6. Hansen back to Thalheim. He's going to be all run again. Behind a couple blocks lower. Is that touchdown, Gavin Thalheim?
He just rumbled over the defender there. I feel bad for whoever had to be the guy on the edge trying to play stop on that because he was not to be denied the goal line this time.
They double-teamed the end. They swung around, got some blocks on the edge, and Gavin Thalheim ran over the Cougar to put the points on the board.
So they go for the field goal here, which would give them the lead now 12-13. So the kick will give them 2 if it is successful. And it
is. It's good as he lands that ball all the way back around the flagpole. I think Cougars had a shot at it. They just didn't lay out for it. They were there.
I was kind of expecting it to get blocked. They had 3 guys get home, but nobody really committed to jumping up for that ball and laying out for it. And the boot, it was coming off the leg at warp speed there from Gavin, and he gets it through the uprights, giving the Huskies the lead yet again in what has been a really back-and-forth game.
Very entertaining, as we predicted in the beginning of this one, but I would have never said we'd have been staring at 14-13 with 2:11 left here in the second quarter, or third quarter.
33-34, but same idea, different way of getting there.
Couple of turnovers have led to points for both these teams. That was Northern Valley's. They drove that ball all the way from the 26-yard line all the way down to pay dirt. That is the longest drive either team has had all night long.
Yeah, it was a really good response by the Huskies offense, which has been shut out up to that point here.
Well, the cheerleaders are throwing.
Oh, yeah, you're calling for the T-shirt. Can't even get one up here.
I've got 2 daughters as cheerleaders, and I can't get a T-shirt, so I guess I'm out.
They're just going to throw you a small, Clint.
Yeah, so they could get it back, right? Gavin Thalheim once again to kick. He's kicked 3.
I expect this one to go into the end zone, but maybe Cheylin also expects that.
So Harley McPherson drops himself all the way to the 1-yard line, trying to get this one returned.
There's a lot of space to drop this ball into, but he is going to just boot it down.
He pounds that ball.
And Harley's going to take it out.
The end zone, which should have been a touchback, but he'll bring it all the way to the 30-yard line. Big hit by Gavin will smack him down there. Hansen and Thalheim make that. Thalheim doesn't get it quite all the way to the end zone. And will lead to a first down here for the Cougars.
Cheylin looking for a response of their own here. Their 2 scores of this game have come on big plays, not a methodical drive, but a big shot with good yards after the catch from right there before halftime. And
Gavin doing a great job of containing. Now a flag on the field and a pass to Pablo. He's going to take it down the sideline, going to sidestep a defender, and now that all the way to the 10-yard line, but 2 flags on the field.
And I expect it to be holding when you see this much laundry there at the line of scrimmage.
And it looks like the Cheylin Cougars are kind of walking back because they know it too, and that's a preliminary signal, negating one of the best plays by the Cougars all night long.
Yeah, really nice job standing in there. Good job by Gavin containing McPherson, but He was patient with the ball, didn't go down, found Ruiz there going down the sideline, but alas, all for nothing, has to go back and move him back 10.
It's crazy how the 6-man football game, you've got to play defense like that. It looks like almost like a basketball.
It does. It
move.
looks like you're trying to keep your man in front of you.
Don't let him into the lane.
No backdoor
right?
cuts, right?
Yeah, but it is what it takes when you're trying to contain such a quick player as Harley McPherson. McPherson now will have his team with a 1st and 20 after the flag. Gibbler on the center right now will snap it back. They want a little more heavy. They'll tighten it up. Now the ball's on the ground. Now the ball is back, and now McPherson's going to scramble, and a diving catch is made on the outside.
A great catch.
By Pokup. It'll save for another day as the Cougars were scrambling off of that one. Found Pokup on the edge for a 6 or 7 or 8 yard gain.
Couldn't run with it after that because he made a diving catch to move his team forward after that holding penalty. Gained all that yardage back.
Straight dive play going to go to McPherson on the edge. He gets around Gavin, and now he'll be out of bounds as he steps out right at the 33-yard line.
Kind of lost his footing. He was looking to let those defenders go right behind him and cut that one back. Watch those defenders just wash past him, and he was thinking 6 again, but he lost his heels.
Yeah, it's 75 degrees right now on the field, and you can kind of feel the dew coming in. So that's going to make the field just a little bit slicker. I wish he could have stuck his foot in the ground because he'd have scored.
Yeah, you got to go switch. Put the studs in, right? Is that what?
Yeah, right now. Who's the equipment guy? Now they get it back. Pablo is open in the flat. If they can find him now, they'll reach it out to him. Knocked out, and he was caught down by Gavin Thalheim. He's going to stay in bounds. The clock will continue to run, but what a play. Let's hit the replay.
Hammond tried to make a play on the ball there, and it looked like he had a chance to get it, but sneaks past his arms. You'll see right here. Oh, you don't see right here. Come on, you need to get a better.
That was all right. I don't know who that camera guy is. Don't worry about it.
Come on.
Knocking on the doors, the Cheylin Cougars as they got the ball inside the 10-yard line on the 8. Trying to respond after Northern Valley went down and took the lead in their last possession. Snap back. Now they'll flip back to Harley. Going to try and get to the edge, and he will make the edge. The line judge was all the way at the 5-yard line. He squeezes that ball in. Touchdown, Cougars.
Yeah, Griffin McKinney had the edge right there, and it looked like he kind of just was winded, and McPherson could sense it. So he finds that second gear, turns it upfield, and goes over. But that's the containment you need right there. Once that breaks down, McPherson is licking his chops.
Will they try and kick this one with a 5-point lead here? Or they just, yes, maybe?
No.
No, they're going to try and run it in, get a 6-point lead.
They probably think 1 point is better than none.
Pass is up. Pass is complete.
And when it comes that easy,
Cohen
you may as well
Pokup
take it.
For the conversion. They'll lead 20-14. 1 second remaining here in this third quarter. And we'll be back with more at Open Spaces Sports.
We take great pride in our aluminum products by designing and manufacturing cutting-edge equipment for a variety of industries while maintaining the highest level of customer service. We're a global aluminum extruder and fabricator and one of the area's largest employers. Not only do we take great pride in our products, but we're also proud supporters of the Northern Valley Huskies. We'll be cheering them on all season long. To learn more, visit us online at newageindustrial.com.
You were right.
Hey! You were right!
You were right.
You were right.
You were right. Because we're all planting Brevant seeds next year.
Been hearing that a lot lately.
When you choose Brevant seeds, you don't just win, you get to be right.
So Cheylin absolutely responds, taking that lead back with a wonderful play by McPherson. Gets the touchdown, and then the point after the toss to Pokup, and they lead by 6. They'll kick it into the middle one more time for Hansen. He'll try and go right now. He's going to be still on his feet, but he'll take it all across the 45-yard line to the 46, and that will be the end of the quarter. We'll see your fourth quarter action and more here at Open Spaces Sports in 2 minutes.
You were right.
Hey!
Wesco Commodities in Norton is serving
You were
cattle
right.
feeders across the entire tri-state region in Kansas.
You were right.
Wesco Commodities in Norton is...
You were right.
You were right. Because we're all planting Brevant seeds next year.
Been hearing that a lot lately.
When you choose Brevant seeds, you don't just win, you get to be right.
For you, the rural lifestyle is the life you were meant to live. The land isn't just made for working, but for experiences too, generation after generation. Farm Credit of Western Kansas is mission-driven, owned by the producers we serve. We help customers manage risk, grow their success, and achieve goals. We strive to not just be another agricultural lender, but its most valued, and will continue to do so, just as we have for more than 100 years.
Fourth quarter, homecoming in the Valley. A little bit of jump around.
Yeah.
And Northern Valley needs to do the exact same thing they did last time. Just put the pedal down and run the football. It worked so well for them. They'll flip it back here as Hammond hesitates, and now a leak out by Owen Hammond is caught and then dropped quickly after that. Mitchell came up to make the stick from his safety position. We haven't called his name a whole lot on the defensive side, but he's done a great job of not letting people get too deep.
Yeah, but Northern Valley really, I think now is just finally starting to get those receivers up to the intermediate level. At first they were trying to get way, way deep, or it's just really, really short passes. They haven't worked that part of the field, but Owen Hammond is probably going to win that jump ball 9 times out of 10.
Quickly here, they're going to try and find McKinney, but that ball is batted down at the line of scrimmage by Cohen. Pokup came to play here, the freshman, making 2 big plays back-to-back. 3rd and 11 for the Huskies. They cannot afford to punch this ball back to Cheylin right now. They got to get some points.
Nope, can't go 3 and out at this point in the game now that we're in this fourth quarter of action, the way that both of these teams are kind of starting to settle in finally offensively.
Back to Hammond it goes. Trying to find somewhere. Across the middle of the field, going for McKinney, but it's incomplete.
Yeah, I think that was a broken play there. I think the snap was supposed to go to Hansen, and it went over his head, and Hammond tried to make the very best of it, but kind of looked a little discombobulated there.
4th down, 11 yards to go. They'll go Zane Brown to the high side, Maverick Rogers closest to us. Griffin McKinney's going to go under center. In the slot, they've got Gavin Thalheim. He's going to try and release and get open.
Yeah, they got to find him. That's where you needed to go with that. After he had that chip block, you got to let it go here. Too much dancing around. They do go jump ball up to Griffin McKinney, but he's going to be short.
As that ball was lofted up in the air, McKinney snatched it out, but good tackling there by the Cougars. Will stop and turn it over on downs. Northern Valley's going to need a big defensive stop here with 9:01 to go, down 6. They bring in the big man, Gibbler again. Dawson to run the center. They're going to go tight formation when he's in the game most of the time. Mitchell to his left, to his right, Pablo Ruiz. Now Mitchell's going to be in the backfield, looks like. Now they get it back, and Northern Valley's Cut back lane was wide open, and contain couldn't happen. He falls down one more time.
And the turf monster was what helped the Huskies right there, because Harley McPherson did a really nice job watching those blocks wash past him and then turning around and go in the other direction, because Northern Valley had a really good defensive stunt drawn up, had that one sniffed out, nowhere to go except for the other direction. But that backside containment, they need to stick there. They need to stay home the way that Harley McPherson has been turning this field and being able to find big plays on that backside.
But speaking of big plays, big man Malachi hit now into the game as he penetrates up the middle. McPherson on it. Gavin had him but couldn't drop him to the ground. Now it's a foot race between Hammond and McPherson. Going to take it all the way to the 12-yard line. What a play by the Cougars. Let's hit that replay button.
In a lot of ways, McPherson is the only one out here that doesn't look tired. He's kind of gaining a little energy here into this fourth quarter, or at least holding strong, and it's starting to expose a lot of these defenders.
They're rotating the defensive tackle one more time. Here is, we're going to go with a timeout. We'll get a timeout here by the Cougars and take it with them. We'll figure out what they're going to do coming right back here at Open Spaces.
All-American Glass is there to serve their customers wherever they are. At All-American Glass, they feature NGA certified master technicians to handle your insurance claims or emergency repairs. All-American Glass will repair first and replace when necessary. Call All-American Glass in Long Island, Kansas at 785-854-7625 or toll free at 866-312-2257.
All Creatures Vet Clinic is located in Almena, Kansas, and they serve the fine folks of Phillips County and Norton County, and in and around the Almena and Northern Valley area, and of course Long Island as well, and even into southern Nebraska.
We're gonna jump right into play so we don't miss it, because this could be some very important here in the fourth quarter. First down and 14 yards to go to the goal line. They do flip it up to Pablo Ruiz, and he'll carry it all the way to the 2-yard line. Coach coming out of that timeout just drew up a quick hitter on the pass play, just run a little simple out route, and Pablo was able to snatch that ball out of the sky and carry it all the way up there.
Yeah, sitting pretty on second down. Have a lot of opportunities here, just 4 yards out to punch this one in. And the way they've been running the ball, Northern Valley is going to need to turn into the Iron Curtain here, backs against the wall. Down just one score right now, but with only 8 minutes left, it doesn't leave you a lot of time to get into a 2-score game.
Mitchell and the fullback, they're just going to run a straight dive, and it's good for a touchdown for the Cougars as they punch another 6 on the board.
McPherson saw the hole open up in front of him and just turned the burners on.
Look at the wham block here by Mitchell here in the fullback spot, number 30. He comes off that edge and just seals right there. Northern Valley's got no way to get to him. Sealed off Gavin Thalheim, and it was all said and done.
Yeah, it's such a quick play that you don't need a lot. You just need to make enough contact that the defender doesn't have a straight line to your ball carrier. McPherson's gobbled up here. It's going to be no good on the point after attempt, but still up 26-14, a 12-point game. Northern Valley is going to have to flip the page and go maybe to their second part of the playbook to get back into this one with just 8 minutes left.
Financial investments are very important, but so are the investments of time, patience, and encouragement our young athletes receive from their coaches, teachers, and mentors. Angela Thalheim, your Phillipsburg Edward Jones financial advisor, understands this, and that's why Angela Thalheim is a proud sponsor of the Northern Valley Huskies and all of their athletics and academics. For all of your investment needs, call 785-543-2667 or visit edwardjones.com. Edward Jones, member SIPC.
At Equity Bank, they mean more. More solutions for your finances and more bankers standing by, whether that's in our lobbies or in the drive-thrus. They're at the Equity Bank. They're proud members of the community, big supporters of high school athletics. They shoot straight, and you score when it comes to no ATM fees nationwide. And don't forget to ask about Equity Bank Insurance, which offers an array of insurance products from home, auto, farm, business, and crop insurance. Why not stop by at Almena or Norton's locations and visit them online at equitybank.com to let them show you why equity means more.
You appreciate it when people listen to you. You like it when they understand. We understand, and we think we have something you're going to like. My name is Brandy Archer. I'm part of the First National Bank and Trust family in Phillipsburg, Logan, Long Island, Smith County Bank and Smith Center, and Solomon Valley Bank in Beloit, member FDIC. You work hard around home, around your family, at your job, and you deserve some perks.
Kickoff is going to be here, and it's going to be another squib kick down to the sideline. It's going to be out of bounds. Hey, we got a flag that time. We'll have some options whether we're going to want to kick it again or it'll go right there.
I'd say kick it again.
I would invite that kick it again scenario.
Most of those kicks are not going deep, and it moves them back 5 yards. What is it?
5 yards.
5 yards on a re-kick. Yep.
And it looks like a legal procedure on the defense or on the kicking team.
You're going to take it where it went out +5. So they do not want to listen to us. Just want to get into the action.
I'd have made him kick it.
Yeah, I think you probably could have ended up at the 35.
Well, that is their worst starting position from a kickoff so far on the night. They've been near the 40-yard line every time on those. Here they go. First down, 15. Hansen under center with Gavin Thalheim dotting the I. Flip back to him. Now a reverse to Hammond. Tries to get around this right edge and is smothered out there by Pokup. And now a ball's going to be blown dead as it takes 4 of them to knock him over. Pablo doing a great job on the outside, keeping contained as he's busted up here a little bit. He'll have to come off to the sideline.
Yeah, he has been pivotal for that Cheylin defense there, holding down the fort, especially on this near side. A couple of those reverse plays you would think would go for quite a bit.
Shot here to Hansen. Met big time by Pokup again in the flat. Knocks him to the ground quickly, assisted by Andrew Wright. Cohen Pokup, some of the biggest hits of the night from freshmen. Third down, 10 yards to go. Clock ticking away. Now we're under 7 minutes to play. Northern Valley down 2 scores. Has got to get going here as they sit in the huddle a little too long. Wouldn't be surprised if they try to get McKinney straight up the seam. Not going to happen here on this one. Gavin's going to turn the corner, run right over.
He's going to be short.
No, he's going to get the first down with that lowering his head. Hit the replay right there. Wow. Wow. Right there.
Yeah, first downs. I think they gave him a nice spot, to be honest with you. Not trying to sit here and argue with you, but that was probably the best case scenario there.
CHS of Northwest. You'd think I know which button to push by now, but I ain't figured it out. They're going to pull out the chain gang. Vesteca, Van Patten. Over there, going to say Northern Valley is just short of it, so it's going to be 4th down and inches.
The 4th and inches, like you said earlier in this game, a lot tougher scenario in a 6-man game than you would think, because whoever takes the snap cannot cross that line of scrimmage. You have to hand it off. You have to pitch it back.
So is this like the tush push kind of here?
I would do a quick pitch. I would do a quick pitch to the outside wing. So
Gavin is actually on the line of scrimmage as a guard. Quick hitter is going to go to Hammond. That's a good play. He'll get a first down and more, 5 more before Mitchell spins him to the ground. I'd just get on the ball and run that again.
Yeah, keep doing it. Just march it down. The only problem with that is time is not your friend.
And Mitchell is down right now on that far side. I think that's him trying to stand up. It is Andrew Mitchell, as they're going to look at his knee there a little bit. Hopefully it's just a cramp.
Kind of ended up on the bottom side of that tackle, rolled up on. So, yes, hopefully nothing that ends up being too serious, but not fun nonetheless.
As they tend to Mitchell on the field, we'll keep it here. Northern Valley down 2 scores right now. It's got to figure out a way to get this ball into the end zone. Good news is Mitchell's standing and walking towards the huddle. Looks like he's going to be all right. Maybe just a cramp. I think he's played almost the entire game here tonight, so it's tough to keep fresh legs deep here in this fourth quarter.
Northern Valley with a new set of downs here. We'll see what they come out doing. They go into more of a spread look. Gavin in that wing right there. Chip block goes out into the flat. I think they gotta find him.
Hansen open in the middle. He's going to try and get to the edge and will be drugged down at the 22-yard line after a gain of 12. So what they're doing there, Gavin is running a chip block, but then they're running a spy right over the top of him. And so he's getting immediately covered up after his chip
Hansen's
block.
Rolling out the other way, and
there's nobody on Hansen when he rolls out the other direction.
Basically what I'm saying is you can go either way, but get it out quick hitters to those flat areas.
Thalheim one more time. Looking at it one more again,
Pass
and that
was
ball
behind
was incomplete as he had 3 Northern Valley players standing in the end zone. I'll hit the replay if we got time. If he just throw this ball up as a duck, McKinney is right here in the middle of the screen. Zane Brown's behind the defender, and Maverick Rogers is also. It's tough to see it all.
And McKinney, a tall kid, but he's also athletic. I think give him that jump ball. Let him go make a play.
He's come down with a couple catches here tonight from the center position. Straight run. Here comes Gavin. Going to go after that first down, and he's going to.
I think he's going to fall short right there. Not sure. It just feels
Where's the spot going to be?
Kind of feels like he just ran out of steam after what looked like a really promising play there when that initial hole opened up. They are going to give him the first down. That one looked less close to me up here than the last one did.
First down. I thought Gavin, by the way he was running the football, thought he had the first down, but from our point of view, certainly didn't look like it from up here. Quickly back to Thalheim it goes. He'll get around the first defender now, slips down, and
dead. I think
that ball is blown dead, and it's going to be a loss on the play. A loss of 4 yards as Gavin goes to the ground. He avoided the first player but could not get away from the second. Zane Brown going high. Down here low is Maverick Rogers in a barnyard. Quickly, Northern Valley will snap it here on second down. Back to Owen. Trying to advance this ball. Now he's going to tuck and try and run. Pablo's got him locked up, and a 5-yard gain on the play will lead to 3rd down and 15 here for Northern Valley. Big play call.
Yeah, I don't know if they need to look at switching up their blocking a little bit, because each play right now looks about the same coming out of this spread look. They got 2 defenders coming, 1 guy standing on the line. That's the center. Then you got a chip block that's trying to go out there into the flat, but whoever is the passer, the ball carrier, is sitting there kind of trying to shake and bake a little too long, and they're not being able to get their eyes downfield and even make a play here.
A little bit more. This one's a high shot and a big hit on the outside. Is that Mitchell? I think it's Mitchell who lit Gavin up because he was trying to climb the ladder to bring that one down. Owen's got to do it a little bit lower. And now it is 4th down and 12 yards to go here for Northern Valley. Play of the game here. You got to convert or this game might be over.
Yeah, either way, you're going to need to ask your defense to make a stand, but being down 2 scores, you really, really don't have time on your side to get something done.
And a pick six is going to happen.
Dagger.
And I don't know, there's a flag on the field.
It's going to be a hold.
But it landed in Pablo's face mask. Touchdown on the interception, pick six from Mitchell. But I don't know what this flag is.
I think it's going to be a hold on Pablo Ruiz would be my guess. But it's a tough play on him because
he called personal foul roughing the passer.
Interesting.
And what a turn of events as Mitchell's INT pick six is wiped off the board. Northern Valley converts on 4th down.
Yeah, it's a reset of downs, but I don't know. I wasn't watching that at all. I don't know how it was a roughing the passer, unless he just continued to just drive him into the ground. But
Pablo Ramirez has had a great job on the defensive line here. His motor has not stopped. We'll have to watch it back on open spaces.
It's a reset of downs.
Yeah, it's first and goal.
They were dead in the water. That was the ice.
Not only did they stop him on downs, they put 6 more points on the board that got taken away.
I can't hear the Cheylin side right now, but I'm sure they're not happy about that call.
I think I heard one guy thought that ball was tipped, which negates it, but I don't know about that.
Well, I don't know if it was tipped or not, but he was there on Owen.
So now they're down to the 8-yard line now. They're going to flip it up. Griffin McKinney's wide open. And that ball's almost picked off as Andrew Wright had that one dead in the water. He came across, looked like a perfect defensive back, but he did not hold on. Northern Valley breathes one more time. 2nd down and goal for Northern Valley. How did they go to the 8-yard line? I don't know.
It's a reset of downs, and it was 15 yards, so that's why I don't know.
Gavin trying to get through. Now he's going to be wrapped up as they grabbed him around the ankles and did not let go. Number 3 in there, Pablo Ruiz, making a play again. Just a freshman.
Northern Valley has found themselves in the red zone a couple of times tonight, but when they get there, they become very one-dimensional and are not able to continue moving. That tighter field, that shorter field is really, really causing them fits and allowing the Cheylin defense to really get a hat on a hat and gang tackle a lot better here.
Now that pass is out to Hammond, and he will.
And they're going to call the play, say he was down.
What?
I don't know.
I'll hit the replay button. Is they're going to call Gavin down?
No, they called Owen down.
No, they called Gavin down because Owen.
Because he just wasn't moving? Saying that he gave up on the play?
I don't know.
I don't know. I think he was just standing in the pocket with the guy standing at his shoelaces, tying them together.
A two-hand touch, I guess he was down.
So what looked like a really promising opportunity for the Huskies has turned into 4th and goal from the 15.
He's got to find a receiver here.
He's got to throw it. McKinney's open.
He's going to run out of real estate, and it's going to be a turnover on downs as Gavin Thalheim gets ran to the sideline. And the Cougars will take over the ball there.
So many confusing things happening. That's hard to follow. Hard to follow, especially if you got this headset on and can't hear everything. But
I would love to be able to help you at home understand what's going on.
With 3 minutes and 28 seconds, Northern Valley needs one of their best defensive stands here in this game. They've caused a couple of punting opportunities, but you can't let McPherson get that open space like he has right here, and he's trying to put this game on ice.
He will go all the way. Untouched touchdown for McPherson as he takes it to the house, makes a house call here on 1st down. Takes off for 70 yards and a touchdown. Nobody came close. (32-14). Big punch in the gut as the Cougars punch another 6 points up there. We've been waiting for Harley to break one the entire game. He waits till 3 minutes left to go and change here in this 4th quarter to make it happen. They'll flip it out to Mitchell this time, and now another flag's on the field.
And it was no good, so it should be probably declined, and it's going to be a kickoff opportunity for the Huskies, now down in a bigger hole. No time to spare.
The penalty is declined. We'll go to a break before the kickoff here in this fourth quarter. You're watching Open Spaces.
Benefits like shopping and travel discounts, protection on your cell phone, roadside assistance. Perks. Today, go to agbank.bank. Take a look at the brand new Perk checking account and all the special benefits perfect for someone like you. Reduce risk, save money. Get your own Perk checking account. Know that today and every day, First National Bank and Trust is here for you.
There's a new precision planting dealer right here in Long Island, Kansas. Hi, my name is Zach Vincent with Flying V Agri Services, and I am now offering precision planting products as a part of my portfolio of agricultural services. It can be tough knowing where to start when getting ready to upgrade your equipment, but here at Flying V Ag, we have got the plan for you. Schedule a free equipment evaluation, get a custom upgrade plan, and then receive ongoing training and consultation as we get you ready to rock and roll for next growing season. Give me a call today at 785-854-8107 and let's upgrade that equipment that's already sitting in your shed.
Or am I wrong? Maybe. 32-14 as the Cougars have exploded for points here in this fourth quarter. Almost putting this game out of reach for Northern Valley unless they get something fluky right here as Griffin McKinney's going to touch it once, and now they'll pick up and try and take it the distance. Going sideline to sideline, driven to the ground by Mitchell. What a tackle by him.
Yeah, that was a great tackle there to shut down any opportunity to break one open.
Look at this stick here on the outside, keeps us contained, comes up and makes a perfect tackle in open space.
So Northern Valley here has no time to waste. I would like to see them, you're down this much anyway. You got to throw some balls up to Griffin McKinney and Owen Hammond and make them go get them. You got to get some chunk yardage.
Back to Owen. Straight down the middle of the field goes Griffin McKinney. And they're going to loft it up to him on the outside there. He mistimes it, and it'll be an incomplete pass. It's kind of off rhythm as McKinney ran about 25 yards and then just kind of stopped in his.
Yeah, it's more like they're playing jackpot than trying to hit someone on a route. But that's kind of been a good way to describe Northern Valley's offense in this game, as maybe a little bit of off rhythm. There's been times where they've started to click and kind of gel, and those were the times they got their one touchdown, and at the start of the game with that first interception, they were starting to get some steam. But those are the two times, really, when you can look at it, that Northern Valley was kind of clicking.
They put together a couple drives there for 6. Now they'll go back to Hammond. And driven out of the bounds after a 1-yard gain is not going to do it, but it will stop the clock.
Yeah, it just gets back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe a 1-yard gain.
Third down and along 13. Cheylin coming in. Of course, the defending state champions, but a lot of those kids are graduated and playing elsewhere now. But they have reloaded, retooled, and figuring out a way to win games, like a tough one here in the Valley. In the flat, they'll find Hansen. Gets around the first guy, going to be tackled short of the first down. I'll lead to 4th and 4 here for Northern Valley.
And like you said, reloading, retooling, and it's like, when you can come into a conference rival and be able to put up a win like this and get back to 500 with that could be the kind of game that really sends your season into the right trajectory that you want it to go. We knew that this game was going to be a defining game for one of these sides, was going to get back to 500 ball, and the other one was going to drop to 1-3. So it was a big game coming in here.
Mitchell stuck Gavin Thalheim in the backfield for a loss of 5 yards, and the Cougars will take over on downs. This Cougar defense has stood up here in this second half. They can just ice this one away here. Just simple dives and knocking some time off the clock. as it looks like they spotted the ball directly on the 15-yard line, so it'll be 1st and goal here for the Cougars. Handoff goes to McPherson, drugged down in the backfield by Caden Lowry for a gain of 0. Actually, it looks like he lost a half a yard on that spot. But the one that's the worst enemy, if you're a Northern Valley fan, is the 146 and ticking away. Gibbler over playing center. The big man at 230 pounds. Trying to seal as they're just going to try and leave this ball.
Coach doing a good job telling them to watch that umpire back there, who's the one who puts his hand up and says when you're getting close to a delay a game, and they're just trying to eat as much clock as possible. And why not?
Northern Valley looks like they're going to fall to 1-3 on the season, evening their record at 2-2 as the Cheylin Cougars. As they will wind this clock and have to snap it 1 or 2 more times, depending on this right here, whether they will have to or not. 5, no, they're not going to have to if they can keep this play alive for a little bit longer. And they'll reset the ball, and that's going to be our ball game. They will not have to snap it one more time as the time has gone out. For us here, we love doing high school football here for Open Spaces Sports. And are they going to spot the – there it is. But this one's going to come to a conclusion now. Big plays made by the Cougars here in this second half secured the victory. They'll win 32-14 over the Northern Valley Huskies here on homecoming night, and jubilee across the sideline. 5 players for Cheylin out on the IR today. Head coach tosses his hat in the air. Couldn't be happier for his team. Of course, this is his first season here leading the Cougars. Longtime coach Chris Wallen stepped down after the season last year after they won the state championship. Great victory for the Cheylin Cougars here as they punch it at Northern Valley. Northern Valley's homecoming. Aim, you got any analysis?
Not a lot. Got to go back to the drawing board, kind of find a way. I think that the Cheylin Cougars team is trying to find a way to see guys filling shoes that a lot of players that were very senior, very upperclassmen had been playing in. So trying to figure out their roles, and it seems like they're doing that because they've got the talent on that side to be a really good team. Northern Valley, the same on their side, but it kind of ended up being a little bit one-dimensional here in this game. Couldn't get the offense rolling, but you go back to the drawing board, and next week you just try to go 1-0.
As the teams meet at the 40-yard line for a quick prayer, we say, this is why we do what we do. We raise good kids. We play 6-man football, which a lot of people are like, why do we play 6-man football?
Because it's better than no football.
It's better than no football, and we still get things like this. We're raising good kids out here who respect the game and have a great time playing, and then can meet at the end for a prayer. And then those kids will sit there and mingle for quite a while because, they want to go at each other in the football side of things. But we're raising good kids out here in Western Kansas, so we shouldn't look past that. If 6-man football is what it is, it's 6-man football.
If 3-man football is what it is.
Good job. So,
see you guys.
For Aim Baird, and I'm Clint Cox. Until next time, we'll say God bless here at Open Spaces Sports, and thanks for making us part of your evening.